Do you remember when YouTube Analytics used to look like this, and we all loved it? And then YouTube changed everything to look like this, and we all hated it. And then, when we realised just how good it was, we all fell back in love with it again. All of which brings us neatly onto this. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. I don't know, is that still actually a really unpopular opinion to absolutely love the new Creator Studio? Let us know in the comments below. Now then, hey folks, I'm Rob. Welcome back to vidIQ, educating you on your YouTube journey. And today's lesson is all about the old/new YouTube Studio mobile app. If you've been a creator on YouTube for any length of time, you will know that the desktop version of the YouTube Studio Analytics went through a radical overhaul that took about 2 or 3 years. And because of that, the mobile studio app, took a bit of a backseat. YouTube weren't really making any improvements to it. But what YouTube did promise us is once they transitioned all creators from the classic Creator Studio to the new Creator Studio on desktop, they start to enhance the mobile version of the studio. And I believe that to be the case. So what I'm going to do now is show you some of the really cool new features on the mobile app. Let's dive in. So obviously, just in case you didn't know this, the YouTube Studio mobile app is available on Android and iOS, and it's free to download. And the first thing you might want to do is change the look of it. And you can do this rather oddly by tapping on the notification bubble, which then turns into a settings icon, which will then allow you to switch between light and dark mode. Oh, and by the way, everything you see in this demo is from the Android version. There are some subtle differences. Don't get me started with the iPad version. Now I suppose if you really wanted to, you could just tap on your channel icon and go to the settings screen from there, but this kind of proves an important point. Almost everything you see in the YouTube Studio mobile app can be tapped. These bunch of analytics here, yeah, I can tap on that. This video and its thumbnail, yeah, I can tap on that and drill down into the details of the video. I think what I'm basically encouraging you to do here is tap, tap, tap away on your phone as if it's some sort of weird ASMR dream experience. I think as long as what you're tapping on doesn't say delete channel, you should be alright. And these panels or cards is where you start to get a little more detail from the mobile app rather than just numbers. For example, if I tap on analytics here, it will tell me how many subscribers the channel has gained in the last month. Tap on that and I get loads of context as to exactly how that happened. I mean, just knowing which videos drove the most subscriptions to the channel could really help me plan my future content. Not that I'm supposed to care about subscribers or anything. I'm delighted to find that the real-time views has found its way onto the analytics screen, the perfect way to destroy your productivity as you frantically update the screen looking to see if your latest video is going to tank like everything else has. Meanwhile, back on the main dashboard screen, you do have the most recent video performance card, which has been around for a while, but what has been recently added are the little performance icons to tell you whether or not a video is doing better or worse than the channel average. But here's an interesting little sidebar. When you publish YouTube Shorts, it shows you different data. Instead of average view duration, it shows you average view percentage. And instead of total watch time, it shows you likes instead. Is YouTube trying to tell us something with the analytics there? Oh, and did anyone else freak out when YouTube switched from watch time minutes to watch time hours? I thought my channel had died overnight. Next up is the keyword research screen that shows you all the words and phrases that are associated with your channel. You can tap on any of these keywords to explore its discovery potential, other creators who use this keyword, and other videos that are performing well using this keyword phrase. Hang on a second. This isn't the YouTube Studio app. Oh no, that's right. That's vidIQ's app. Ain't that cool? Yes, that's right folks, if you want to take your data-driven decisions mobile, make sure to download the free vidIQ app available on Android and iOS. If you want to learn more about what it can do beyond the YouTube Studio app, check out the video on screen now. Meanwhile, back on the YouTube Studio app, did you know that when you open up any of the graphs in full screen, you can pinch to zoom in on a selected time period? Especially useful if you're trying to get exact data from one day when an entire month's worth of metrics are on screen. Sticking with the analytics side of things, if you swipe over to the audience tab and then scroll down the screen, as long as your channel has enough data, it will show you what other videos and channels your audience is watching. And if you want to get really cute with this, you can add them as competitors in the vidIQ app to get even more data and insights on what they're up to, again helping you to know what content you should be making on your channel. The studio is also improving in terms of channel maintenance. New search filters have been added, some of which are just fun, like being able to filter videos with loads and loads of views, while others are more practical, filtering by the monetization status of a video. Not very useful to us, of course, since you all know we don't monetize our videos, but having said that, the app does now show you more details about when videos have an issue. In this example, one of our videos has a copyright claim and we can tap into it for more details. Having said that, this is where the app still shows its limitations, as it tells you that you need to go into the desktop version of the YouTube Studio to fix the copyright problem. We've known for many years that most YouTube views come from mobile devices, and now that shift is starting to happen for creators as well. They're going mobile only, especially when it comes to YouTube Shorts. This app is becoming more and more critical for creators who simply don't even have a computer. But as you've seen, it still has its limitations. Return viewers, one of my favorite, most useful analytics of 2021, is still not there. And when it comes to traffic sources, it's not granular enough really to give you a clear insight as to whether your thumbnails are working in particular areas of YouTube. Having said that, fun fact, since YouTube did update the desktop version of the YouTube Studio, you can now use it on a mobile device. I say use, you do actually need 100 times zoom in your eyes to have any chance of reading any of this stuff. But yeah, in summary, the YouTube Studio app has always been useful as a reference point. It's getting better every single day and is a valuable addition to have on your channel in your pocket.
Deleting the YouTube Studio app from my phone was one of the best decisions I've ever made about YouTube. I honestly believe it could be damaging to the growth of a YouTube channel.
What?
Now I need you to be honest with yourself here. Is this the first app you look at in the morning, at night, the one that you end up looking at without even realizing it?
Yeah, that's me. I guess you better watch the rest of Ed's video and ignore everything I've just said. But the code word is download the vidIQ mobile app.